is self-explanatory. You got your weather and your beaches. So most people want to deal with the weather. I mean, it's understandable. Who wouldn't want to have warm to hot weather year-round? Not many people want to deal with 4 seasons and the freezing cold and the snow all for half the year. I know I hate the cold, so, that's a plus for me. But that's why mostly people move down there, is because of the weather. And what people don't realize sometimes is Florida summers are brutal. Hot and humid from about May to around October. It's super hot and humid. You can get into the hundreds with the heat index, and humidity doesn't help. Now, winters are a bit different, especially in the Panhandle of Florida. In the northern part of Florida, it gets pretty chilly. But the southern part, especially Miami, going on up to around the central part of Florida, and going over there to Tampa and on the East Coast, it gets a bit warmer. It stays a little more warmer than up north. And that lasts right around from November to April. So you get those few months of cool weather before it goes right back to the heat and humidity. And some people can't stand it, some people can. You got the beaches. You could pretty much go to the beach year-round almost. I mean, some people will say, no, it's too cold in the wintertime. Yeah, I mean, it can be. But it's still bearable compared to somewhere like New York or Virginia or Maryland or somewhere up north. You can't go to the beach without freezing your ass off. Yeah, I mean, the Panhandle is a bit different because you're pretty much near Alabama and all that, so you're going to get pretty chilly up there. But I'm more talking about down south. Southwest Florida, South Florida, Tampa. Your waters get a little bit chilly, but you still stay pretty dang warm. So people want to deal with the beaches pretty much year-round. And that's understandable. But like I said, when it comes to the beaches, though, life kind of gets in the way. And not many people, unless you're, some type of travel vlogger or making money online or was raised with a silver spoon in your mouth or retired, you're not going to be able to really enjoy the beach as much as you think you will be. But that's just one of the things that people want to do. Education, it's iffy with K through 12, public schools, private schools. I mean, my fiance's family, her niece is in a private school, I believe, and she does good, but you have to shop around with those. But whenever it comes to the colleges, that's where I read an article where Florida's ranked number 1 with the colleges and universities. I did see another Florida YouTuber, Southern Life, take jabs at an article about, I think it was on Fox News or something. He has something against Fox News, which is fine. I don't really listen to the main media anyway. But he laughed at the article. But it was mainly talking about not even public schools. It was just talking about the universities and colleges. But if you ever have kids, or if you have kids and you move to Florida and you want to get a good education, then the Florida universities and colleges will be good. I'm not sure about the K through 12. I know everywhere in the United States has their own advantages and disadvantages on the district, so it really all depends. But just do your research, do your due diligence. Don't listen just to anybody. Just look it up. Try to find a place that you want to live and find the school district you want to be in, and there you go. Now, you guys got a lot of outdoor activities that a lot of people would want to do because it's nice and warm out. You can go to the beach, like I said. You can go onto the trails. I understand that Florida's the flattest state in the United States, with the highest peak of 345 feet above mean sea level, which is at Britain Hill. So, I mean, yeah, there's no mountains, but there's still kayaking, fishing, boating. There's still a lot of other recreational activities, like going over there to a national park. There's a lot of things that you can do that, when you look at it, you can't really do much when it's snowing or super cold out. I know there's going to be people that look at it like, well, yeah, you can just bundle up and go out. True, but I don't like the cold. I'm hibernating in the cold. That's just me, though. There's sporting events, there's festivals. You know, if you like any of the Florida teams, like the Miami Heat, which is one of my favorite teams, there's the Miami Dolphins, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, to the Tampa Bay Rays. There's a lot of others that you can do. You know, it's really all depends. There's a lot of sporting events. There's a lot of festivals, too, from the Blueberry Festival to the Strawberry Festival. Strawberry Festival, I forget exactly when it is, but it wasn't that long ago. And it's pretty much in Plant City, which is in Hillsborough County, which is near Tampa Bay. And it's a good festival to go to, especially if you like strawberries, but not everybody's into festivals. If you look at it, you can do a lot of other things whenever it comes to outdoors. Cost of living can be a bit iffy here. You know, 4, 5, 10 years ago, it was way cheaper. But it seems like ever since COVID hit, people from the north looked at it like, and especially people coming from Democratic states, saw Florida and was like, ooh, let's go down there. They brought all their money, and then boom, everything skyrocketed. I mean, you got 1,000 people a day moving to Florida. Plus you got 22 million people living there in 2023. And I wouldn't doubt it's way more now, since you got 1,000 people moving there a day. So, you know, cost of living may not be the cheapest, but it's definitely not the most expensive. Especially comparing states like Delaware, New York, Connecticut, Virginia, Maryland, California, Oregon, Washington. But there are cheaper states out there. So if you can't really afford Florida, then it's not the state for you. But that's why a lot of people move down there, because they can afford it. Plus retirees, you know. No state income tax. Yeah, you got a lot of property taxes. Yeah, you got a lot of home insurances and car insurances, but state income tax, you don't got it. A lot of places like Virginia, Maryland, and other places like that, you got state income taxes, which is money coming out of your check whenever you get paid. So if you get paid every week, it's going to come out every week. If you get paid every month, it's going to come out every month. So, kind of sucks living in a state with state income tax, but at the same time, it's better. You're not having all that money coming out, but at the same time, people are going to look at it like, well, state income tax, that money you save is going to go into other things, possibly like insurances and other bills that you might not be saving on. But that's just my own little opinion on that. Florida is just a place that retirees like to go. And it's understandable. I mean, they have some advantages there from tax breaks, and plus Florida doesn't tax on your IRAs to your retirement to anything of that manner, like pensions. They don't tax on it like other states do. Other states are known to tax on it, and I find it BS. So, I mean, I understand why there are people that are getting into that age of retiring they want to retire to Florida. I mean, it's understandable. Who really wants to be taxed the rest of their life when they're in their golden years of retiring? Because we've been taxed our whole lives anyways. From the time that we started working till we retire, we've been taxed. So why would you want to be taxed even more? If you like theme parks, Florida's got plenty of them. And that's another reason why I feel like people move to Florida. It may be a small reason, but I feel like that is a reason. I mean, look at it. If you look at places like Virginia or Pennsylvania with Hershey Park, because I know Virginia has, Maryland has Six Flags, and Virginia has King's Dominion and Busch Gardens down there in Williamsburg. There's a rabbit. But pretty much, when you look at it, Florida has Disney World, Busch Gardens, all those amusement parks that you can go to. I don't know all. I'm just naming a few. And you can go there pretty much, from what I understand, year-round. You know, in places like Maryland, Virginia, and Pennsylvania, you can only go there from the springtime into the summer, and then the fall is when it closes, because they got the Hollow Night stuff. So they do that throughout October, and then after that, it closes down because it's too cold. Those are my reasons. There's a lot of other reasons why people want to move there. I mean, the fishing's good. You can go camping. There's a lot of other reasons. I just thought I'd name out a few because why not? You know what I mean? And I feel like they're worth the time to speak on. So let me know in the comments below if I left out anything. And if you thought this list was good, and if it's not, then let me know. Because whether or not it is or not, still posting it so you guys can see it. And it could help somebody out. Because like I said, all this is subjective. And it's not a thing that, how can I put it? It's a thing that we can look at it and be like, oh, this is my opinion, but this is his opinion or her opinion. We don't always gotta agree with each other.